Good day, everyone. I'm Yadin David, the president of Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, and I would like to welcome you for today's webinar and appreciate you taking the time to be with us. What we would like to do today is identify what should you expect from attending this fantastic Congress, who will you meet, and why should you be there if you haven't made a decision yet. The information will be provided by an expert panelist that are sharing today the program with me. I'll moderate. They will provide the information. Meladen Poluta, President-elect of the Alliance, will cover the scientific program in details and answer all of your questions. Please put your question in the chat box or in the Q&A icon you have at the bottom of the screen. Ricardo, a keynote speaker, will be answering all the questions about and describing current and new award, as well as the anchor program of the meet and greet. Fantastic idea, and he will describe that. Neta is looking to achieve today a closer connection with all the member organization and make sure that you have the information and spread it and distribute it to members throughout your association. And if not, she's going to ask you, please do it personally. And finally, Tom is running the program in the background while everybody is waiting to hear him talking about what is in the Congress and what's unique about it. I would like to remind you that we have polling questions throughout the program. We would like to know if the information is appropriate and does it address your questions. Let's go with the first section of the polling question, and we will have 4 questions for you to answer. Question 1. Have you attended any of the previous congresses so far? This is the one that coming up is number 6. You can see the answer, yes, no. Sometime we don't remember exactly. It was not impressive enough, maybe not sure. Question 2, do you plan to be at the 6th ICEHTMC Congress in China? Question number 3, have you registered already for the 6th Congress? And if not, what information can we provide you so you will be registering? And question 4, did the information from Global Clinical Engineering Alliance website spark your interest in the program? And you can see the answer. I'll give you 5 more seconds to answer, and we'll see the results. 3, 2, 1. Let's end the poll, and let's see the results. Great. Most of you have been to one of the Congress before. About half of you plan to attend this coming Congress. The information about registration was clear, and 3/4 of you registered already, and all of you 100% love the information on the website. Great, I appreciate that. Let's remind everyone that time is running out, and we have extended the early bird to the end of August, and please realize that after the August 31st, in September, the rates of registration going up. But I dare you to show me another international Congress that has such a low registration fee, $50 for student, $125 for author in part of the early bird. Hotel rates at the lowest possible, and the venue, 5-star hotel, a program with 4 parallel conference rooms every day, and one day we have such a load, we have 5 conference rooms for that day. Tom, tell us about all these exciting reasons to be there.
Well, Yadin, I love that dare. But so the question is, why come? And by the way, Tom Judd, Liaison Director for the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance, GCEA, and GCEA has grown. So has our Congress. This is the sixth one over the 10 years. This is an event you cannot miss. It's designed especially for you. We're proud to share that abstract submissions have broken all past records. I think many of you know that, with abstracts from 66 countries and Congress involvement so far from over 90 countries, from every WHO-defined region of the world. At this International Clinical Engineering Health Technology Management Congress in 2025, you'll grow professionally, expand your international network, meet leaders in the field, learn best practices and the latest technology innovation trends. As Yadin talked about, experience Chinese hospitality and culinary delights, and create memories for a lifetime. If you've already registered, thanks. Now encourage your colleagues and distributors, yes, the manufacturing industry friends, you'll hear more about that, to do the same. We'd love to share this jubilation with you in Shenzhen. So what should you do next? Go and register now. You saw that deadline of Sunday, August 31st. Here are the steps, and I'm going to go over them a bit slowly because a lot of folks have been asking these questions. What should you do now? Go and register, but if you're an author, co-author, virtual participant, go now, and we'll go over these steps that are on the screen, but we need each country to have a representative and a voice for the future and the present of our profession at this Congress. So oral presenters, 408 abstracts that were submitted, many oral acceptances. Go on and download the template, and this document that Calroy showing on the screen that I'm discussing will be in the chat and also available to you in an email later, so that make sure you get it. But upload the oral presentation template, and you can, you put in earlier abstract, you were accepted, put it into this PowerPoint format. You've got a month to get all that together, but you need to be registered, of course. Second, for poster presenters, also a large number of those, either whether you're on-site or virtual. Here's the template for your poster. Use it, and you've got a deadline for that, September 20th, as it shows. Early bird registration, whether you're an author, or co-author, reviewer, interested other colleague, go on and register now. The prices will be lower, and there's certain codes that are available to you if you are an author, co-author. Go on and prepare your trip. All this information is on our website about visas, hotels, very affordable choices. Yadin will talk more about those that have shuttle buses and people helping you in the lobby of the hotels get to the program and do it well. And travel support and updates on WeChat while you're there. WeChat, if many of you recognize, is the WhatsApp kind of transport or communication messaging and telephone app in China. A lot of you can come, some of you cannot. If your abstract has been accepted for virtual, here's a bunch of stuff to be reminded about. You need to submit a pre-recorded video presentation in that format. Your registration for virtual participation is required. The recorded presentation must be uploaded, no longer than 12 minutes. And that virtual presenters, the deadline is Monday next week, September 1. And submit via that presentation registration, or that registration form, that is. All right, so my final words are virtual participants will be able to follow focused live streaming every day of the Congress. That Friday, October 17th through Monday, October 20th. You will be able to get on live streaming for focused presentations, as well as the Friday night there in China Global CE Summit. Dr. David will say more about that. And the Sunday night GCEA annual meeting. So virtual participants will be able to follow live streaming every day, not of everything, but of focused sections of the program, and you'll be delighted at those chosen sections, as well as the Friday night summit and the Sunday night global or the GCA annual members meeting. So back to you, Yadin.
Thank you, Tom. As you can see, a lot of good reasons to be in Shenzhen, which, by the way, yesterday celebrated 45 years and tremendous performance downtown with our hotel being part of the celebration, an impressive environment for us to congregate. Um, One of the most important things for the Congress are the quality and the breadth and the spread of the scientific program topics. And to elaborate on that, I will invite Meladen to give heads up on the scientific program and his committee. Meladen?
Thank you, Yadin. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. As Yadin and Tom have indicated, this has been the largest clinical engineering congress so far. We received over 420 abstracts, and of those, 220 have been accepted for oral presentation and 150 for poster presentation. The authors from those presentations come from 54 different countries, and like Yadin issuing a challenge when he spoke about the registration rates, I would also like to challenge you if you could come up with other professional conferences, especially in our field, that have got participation from 54 countries. The beauty of that, of course, apart from underlining that it is truly global, is that we will be able to hear and learn and network with colleagues from many different countries, many continents, many regions. We've got keynotes on health AI and more about that later, on robotics, and we'll likely have one or two more. We've got workshops on the first day of the Congress, that's on the Friday, on harmonization of medical device regulation. Of course, that field is always topical, but especially now with the move to online, with the move to digital health, with the move to wearables, and all of the issues related to those. We've also got a workshop on a very important topic that deserves attention from us globally, but it certainly has got relevance locally, so it's a truly global issue on the body of knowledge and the body of practice for clinical engineering and health technology management. We need to find standardization in both the body of knowledge and body of practice, because those are the drivers for professional registration in our respective jurisdictions and countries. Then, of course, women in clinical engineering, and we all know about the massive growth of women in clinical engineering, to the point now where it's said that more than half of clinical engineering practitioners globally are women. So all in all, rich and diverse content, and also multiple learning and networking opportunities from colleagues you've met before, and hopefully from colleagues that you'll get to know and work with once you leave the Congress. The next slide, please. So this is just a snapshot of the papers that we received, the submissions that we received. You can see there the paper ID, the paper title, also the primary subject area and the secondary subject area. So we asked authors who made these submissions to select from the list of subject areas what they considered their paper to fall into, both primarily and secondarily. The abstracts and the author names are there, and you'll see just in the sample how many countries are represented: China, USA, Sudan, Rwanda, Nepal, Jordan, Ghana, just underlining the significant spread of participants. Next, please. So our task was looking at the program, which Kaliroy will now go through. But just looking at the program, our task was to divide the papers into tracks and then down into sessions. So there are 6 tracks. 5 of them run for the 4 days of the Congress. One of them, track F, only is on the Sunday of the Congress. We've made a generous allocation for papers in the Congress, 20 minutes for both presentation and discussion. So that'll allow presenters, authors to really present their work, and also allow the participants in that session to comment, to question. And so together we will get maximum value from each and every presentation. Next, Kalire. So these are the tracks as you see them. These are the broad groupings. For track A, HTM system and CE service improvement and medical device maintenance, and so on. So track B largely focusing on assessment innovation, track C on maybe smaller areas, but equally important, all of them, notably quality of care, patient safety, cybersecurity, of course, very much more and more prominent each and every day. And with the move to digital health, of course, alternative home care technologies. Track D deals largely with capacity building, professional development, also brings in national regional societies and what they are doing under their various jurisdictions. We also again talk about quality and risk management from a slightly different perspective, and then the important topic of women in clinical engineering. Track E is disaster preparedness and emergency technology deployment, obviously something that became front and center as a result of COVID, but we've all experienced and seen and observed natural disasters happening worldwide, many of them climate related, some of them related to other causes, but we also have an important role to play in that space. And there's a special stream of papers dealing specifically with innovative solutions for resource care settings. And then last but not least, as I said, the new wave of exciting opportunities and also risks that are coming at us through AI, digital health, the Internet of Things in healthcare, and so on. So we, as organizers of the Scientific Program Committee, are in the process of finalizing the tracks and the sessions, as well as the allocations of the papers in each session. And we hope to make that available to all of you by the end of next week. If we look at the program, as I said, we start off on the Friday, which is the opening day. So there'll be a welcome event on the Friday. To note that the Chinese Clinical Engineering Society is also having its annual meeting at the same time in the same venue, but they will be in a parallel part of the venue. They will not be there on the Friday. So our Chinese colleagues will join us primarily on the Saturday and the Sunday. So on the Friday, apart from the welcome event, we've got the workshops and the short courses, the panel discussions. Those who have posters will be able to set up posters. By the way, I should mention all the posters will be printed on site. So there is no need for authors to print at home their posters and carry them on air flights to get to Shenzhen. They will be printed on site. Also on the Friday, we've got the Global CE Summit. And then throughout the day, we've got guided tours, committee meetings, panel discussions, and vendor presentations, and also this concept of meet and greet that Ricardo and Yadin will touch more on. And then we end the Friday with a cocktails dinner. Going into the second day is when we have our Chinese colleagues joining us. They will be, as I said, in a parallel venue. We have the joint opening ceremony, both for the Congress and for our 10th Global CE Week celebration, remembering that the first one happened in China. So we've come full circle back to China. Our Chinese hosts have done incredible work in making this a truly special event for all of us. We've also got the clinical engineering stories from around the world. Those will be shared as part of global celebrations on both the Saturday and the Sunday. And you'll see there then the tracks that start, tracks A to E. They will commence and they will each have 2 sessions on the Saturday. We also, as I said, have the guided tours and the meet and greet options. And Saturday will end with a gala dinner and awards. On the Sunday, the tracks continue much the same, except that now on the Sunday, we have a 6th track, track F, that will only focus on the Sunday. Otherwise, we continue with our Global Clinical Engineering stories. There's a meeting of the Global Clinical Engineering Journal Editorial Board. Sunday will end with the GCEA annual meeting at which the new officers of the Alliance will be elected. And again, Sunday closes off with a dinner. And then last but not least, we move on to the Monday, the last day of the Congress. The tracks A to E continue as before. We have lunch, and after lunch, we've got the Congress closing ceremony. So it's a very full program, and with the parallel venues, of course, it will be challenging deciding to which track and which session to go. And to support you in making your decisions, we are going to make the sessions quite specific and aligned. So each session for each track will have a name, and we will try and align within each session presentations that speak to one another and together build, if you like, a story for that session. So I'm privileged to be supported by our colleagues around the world on the committee. We had a fantastic team of reviewers that helped with the review process, and we all look forward to this event. So with that, over to you, Yadin.
Thank you, Mladen. Great cover of very important and high quality program that is part of the Congress. And thank you for correcting me. I said the 4 parallel conference room. You're right. There are 5 parallel conference room every day. And then there is additional one. I need to use 2 hands now. Show me another Congress, you have to use 2 hands. 6 Congress rooms. That's fantastic. I'm excited, and I'm very happy to see in the chat box where you can put questions and comments. Already comments that state excellent guidelines and very easy to understand. Beautiful. That give us the opportunity to invite NATA and to give us all the information about member organization with the Alliance. What are we providing them, and what you as individual can do to help. Nata?
Thank you, Yadin. Hi, everybody. As you heard from everybody, this is an amazing opportunity, and as Mladen mentioned, we've got 3 vacancies or 3 posts in the Alliance, which we would like to make sure all of our member organizations nominates one of their members for one of these posts. So we've got President-elect, Treasurer, and Secretary General, which we are hoping to select on the Congress when last day of Congress. So please make sure. I have already had a one-to-one with many of you, many of our member organizations. We've had lots of discussion, and some of you have really helpfully passed on the information and send your nominations. There's also the annual members conference. So we need to make sure you have a representative from your organization in the annual members conference. So please make sure you get in touch, send your nominations. If you need any help, when you join the Alliance, you made the pledge to be the vessel between the Alliance and your members. And we need you to make sure that you carry on doing so by providing all the information to your members, from the early bird discounts, the registration, how amazing this Congress and the opportunity will be for any clinical engineer to attend this event. It is truly once in a lifetime opportunity for all of us as clinical engineers. So please make sure you use all the channels available to your organization to promote the event, and whether it's your social media, whether it's your website, We are happy to provide you every detail you need is on Clinical Engineering GCEA website. But if you cannot access it or you need it in a different format to put it on your website or your social media, please reach out to me or Caliroy, and we are happy to provide you and help you to promote the event and the Congress on your website and your platform. I think the importance is please reach out. I will try to do another sweep of all our member organizations to have that one-to-one conversation. I truly look forward to see all of you in person in the Congress and your members. Please do reach out. The channel is open for help. I am here to provide you any assistance you need to reach out to every single one of your members to make sure they have the opportunity to take advantage of early bird registration, take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I think the final word is make sure you send your nomination for the 3 officer roles, the president-elect, the treasurer, and secretary general. And also please make sure you register your representative for the annual members conference. And truly looking forward to see all of you in person. Thank you.
Thank you, Nata. You now understand that you have a role to play, not just listening, but you have to spread the word and you have to tell your society to vote and submit candidate for officer in the Alliance and the opportunity to be part of the evolution of our field. I'm delighted to tell you that the passion and the commitment of the panelists and the advisory board of the Alliance is so great that Neta is on vacation today. And yet she took the time to be part of this webinar and to make sure that you have all the answers to any question you might have. So please take advantage of the few more minutes we have here and put the question in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and she will take care of that. She represents the UK member organization, but now she is fixing the Colosseum in Rome, as a good architect should be doing. Meladen, that just spoke about the program, is representing South Africa. Very committed and compassionate member of the leadership of the Alliance and the next president of the Alliance. Tom and Ricardo are here with me in the US, and it's so pleasure to work with such a positive and collaborative attitude. You need to be part of the Alliance. You need to be active, and you need to nominate candidate. And finally, Caliroy, that always, like the Wizard of Oz, sitting behind the curtains and move all the parts, so you are seeing the slide moving smoothly as though we have a magic wand. She is from Southampton and also on vacation in Patras in Greece, where you all can be envy of the blue waters and the great food she's enjoying because her mother is the cook. So with that, I'll move on to Ricardo, and Ricardo is going to tell us some surprises about the awards. How can you nominate worthy candidate, and the anchor program of meet and greet that is important for you to be part of. Ricardo, please.
Thank you, Jaden, and thanks to everyone that talked before me, because this is definitely a great event. And every great event deserves a celebration. And who are we going to celebrate? Well, those who preceded us, all of those great people on whose shoulders we have built this global profession. Global Clinical Engineering Alliance had 3 awards last time we saw you all. This time we are presenting 5, and we are going to even introduce some new prizes, new awards for the next year. So please, we still have time to propose candidates for the awards. We're open till Sunday. If you have a person, a professor for the Jiang Yuan and William Hyman Global Award, someone who has collaborated worldwide for the GCEA AMTC Mario Castañeda International Award, someone who's a technician that has gone above and beyond the duties to do their job, or someone that has helped you build the hospital, the teams, the accreditation boards, everything that is needed to support our profession. We want to know about them. We want you to propose them so that we can vote, elect, and choose the best ones. And the board, the GCEA board, has created a new category for us, the people who have led this team, to recognize the ones that have made it happen all over the world. So please propose your candidates and let's get the best ones elected for these awards. Now let me talk about another type of celebration, and that is our meet and greet celebration. We have been used to attending technical events so that we can meet the manufacturers and know what they're doing and know what they're developing. Well, for the first time, the manufacturers are coming to us. The manufacturers are coming to the Global Clinical Engineering Alliance and the Congress to present to us clinical engineers all of their innovations, all of their new technologies, to get feedback from us. How can we improve the usability of their devices? How can we improve the accountability? How can we decree the right to maintain those devices? So it's going to be the opportunity for the engineers in the field and the engineers at the manufacturers to talk with each other and exchange ideas. Not only that, many of the manufacturers from China are local to Shenzhen. So you could schedule a visit to the manufacturing plant. Some of them are seeking people in the different regions of the world to work as distributors for their company. But they are also in China seeking for products from all over the world to introduce into the Chinese market. So if you are an innovator, if you are a startup, if you have a company with products that you would like to introduce, not only to China, to any part of the world, because everyone is going to be there, take the opportunity to go to the meet and greet, showcase what you have or what you know or what you would like to do, and make the revolution of clinical engineering happen worldwide. It is the best opportunity, and it's so good that AAMI has said we want to replicate this event next year in the United States of America. So this is going to be the first of many to come. Please be part of the founding generation. And with that, over back to you, Jaden.
Thank you, Ricardo. Very informative. I'm delighted with the information we share here today. What I would like to do is go and tell you about the additional function and event that are taking place while we are going to be in Shenzhen participating in the 6th annual conferences. There are going to be more congresses around us. There are going to be keynote speakers. Ricardo, Dr. Silva, who just spoke to you, is going to be looking at AI and the lack of guardrails and how clinical engineers can understand better what their role is going to be in the future in the AI evolution. Dr. Praminda Caleb-Solly from Nottingham University in the UK is an expert on robotics, and she will talk about how assistive robotics has implication for safety and why clinical engineers need to be involved with that. She will propose to create a task force and a working group with clinical engineers looking at risk associated with the use of robotics in extending healthcare services. And Jitendra Sharma, Dr. Sharma from India, would be also a keynote speaker on Friday, talking about innovation and the life cycle of medical device and how clinical engineers should be part of the initiation of getting ideas into product and product into point of care, and then upgrade and interconnect everything in safe and productive and quality healthcare services. There are 3 other congresses going on. One of them is the Best China Clinical Engineering Competition. It will be live competition, and you will be welcome to attend all of those. They're going to be an international forum of clinical engineering programs from around the world. Like the Olympic torch will move around the world, and each member organization and each member society that have worked in the clinical engineering field will present their achievement of the past year, and you will be able to comment and say, oh, maybe that's something we can adapt to our region as well, or showcase your own region in front of the rest of the world. Unique opportunity that is additional part of the program while you're there. There is also the reason we're back in China, and that is the 10th anniversary of the Global Clinical Engineering Day. We started in 2015 with Zheng Kun, Director of Clinical Engineering in the Children's Hospital there in Hangzhou. And 10 years later, we're coming back to celebrate the first decade of clinical engineering celebration of achievement that I just said you will have opportunity to present, and we would love to see that you will be on stage talking about what your achievements were. We have also the website with information on what you need to take care of: the visa, the lodging, the registration, and exhibitors. Let's start with the visa. You will need an invitation letter, and you will need a visa, not if you're from the European Union, you will not need to have a visa, but you need invitation letter. There are forms on our website. Go there and request the invitation letter, and you will receive everything that you need. You also have lodging information on the website. Make sure that you use our website to book the hotel. There is a reservation form for that on the website, easy to follow. But you will need to book it because the number of available room is getting smaller and smaller. There are 3 specific hotels: the Venue Conference, which is the Sheraton Shenzhen. On the left side, you can see this is 5-star hotel that is offering to our Congress attendees $150 a night, including breakfast. Unbelievable. There is a second hotel, the Crown Plaza, at $140 a night, including breakfast. And then the Vienna Hotel at $50 a night for up to 2 adults in the room, also including breakfast. The special about those 3 hotels: number 1, the rate is extremely low. Number 2, there are going to be registration tables in each one of the hotel with English-speaking volunteers who will give you your name tag, instruction of how to get to the venue, and show you where the shuttle bus are. The shuttle buses will take you from each of the hotel to the venue and back to your hotel after the program. Everything is available. There is no charge for this service, but you need to be there. And then I want to make sure that you take care of the registration, because early bird is finishing on Monday, and you will have opportunity to use the low rates now. Finally, there is the tour we are offering, oh yeah, the WeChat, sorry. The WeChat is a must to have in China. Everything is built in WeChat in China, showing you how to get to the destination you want to walk, or order a taxi, order food, translate the language, or pay. Everything is done with WeChat. The tour, the landscape and legacy tour, is a special 7 days only offered for attendees of the Congress. Again, this Monday, the registration will be over with, but it's 7 days crossing the China highlights from Xi'an, the first capital of China, to Beijing, the Forbidden City, the Great Wall, the Summer Palace, the Panda, to Shanghai and Suzhou, which is an old village, beautiful to walk through, and Shanghai is beautiful to do shopping, and where they're going to be another clinical engineering conference that you can attend. I want to make sure that we have your support in promoting the exhibit and the sponsorship. There are two parts here. One is the regular exhibit you see in many conferences that is open to many companies, and we already have large community of exhibitors coming in. The other part is sponsorship, and we are promoting philanthropic support to attendees of the Congress who are coming from low resource countries. And what we are asking industry is to see if they are will be obliged to participate in philanthropic donation to help those who can't afford to come, even at those low rate, to help them to come to the Congress. So with that, I would like to tell you that everything on the website is just like as we tell you throughout. All the information is there, all the form are there, what you get as part of the exhibit, registration as part of the meet and greet specific program. And I would like to call the second set and the final polling question, so we will understand how much we achieved answering your questions and address what you know now versus what you knew just 45 minutes ago. Again, for question one, did the webinar make the 6 ICEHTMC program more interesting to you? Yes, not really. Still have some question, and that's why we're here to answer them. Question 2, do you plan to be at the 6th Congress? Yes, no, have not decided yet. Come on, guys and girls, make decision. Question 3, did we provide you with sufficient information and will expect to see you in Shenzhen and have tea together or dumpling, whatever you will be your pleasure. And finally, question 4, would you be interested in making a difference by sponsoring colleagues from low resource region to join the 6th ICEHTMC Congress? And if yes, please write your name below and we'll contact you. We'll close the poll in 5 seconds and we'll then go to the Q&A questions and answers. Let's 3, 2, 1, close the poll and let's see and share the results. The webinar 100% make the program more interesting. Over half of you plan to be in the Congress. Thank you. I'm excited to see you there face to face. And did we provide sufficient information? 100% of you said yes. Thank you. Thank you. We love that. And we will contact those who put their name in the box. Thank you very much. And let me go and around the room and ask the panelists if they have comments at this point, and we have a couple questions. One is Dr. Cheng from Canada. First of all, Michael, so nice to get your emails prior to the program and see you here today. I definitely would appreciate having you on the program in Shenzhen, no question about it. Yet the point you're making is important. We will find a place for you on the program, and I need to hear from you what else we can do to help you to be part and present in Shenzhen. It will be an honor for us. And thank you for being here today, Mike. Let's go to the panelists, and we'll start with Tom. We'll go to Meladen, then Nata, then Ricardo. Meladen, any comments?
No comments. Good that we've got colleagues joining and that they feel that this has been helpful. But as you've said, Yadin, it is also up to our colleagues in this call to spread the word and to encourage their colleagues in each country, in the institutions, to also seriously consider participating and then, of course, registering for the Congress. Other than that, nothing. Thank you.
Thank you. Henriette, thank you for using the chat box. Bonjour, tout le monde, and glad to try to practice my French, and hopefully somebody will be able to answer your question. Let's go to Tom.
You know, we love as clinical engineers to encourage one another. Actually, 66 countries presented abstracts, and about 90 are indicating interest in the Congress. And honestly, we want to have 100. We want to have 120. So bring your friends. Back to you, Yadin.
Absolutely. And Tom is having hawk eyes, and he catch every little comment that is made, and abstract that is submitted, and country that need to be counted. So we all stand corrected. 66 countries. And if you don't know, 6 is a good number in China, is good luck. So 2 number 6s is great for the Congress. And Congress number 6 being held in China is great for the Congress. So if only we'll get 60 of you joining today the Congress, that would be fantastic.
And Yadin, Mladen and I planned it that way with Calroy. So
I should have known that. Yeah. Nara, before you go and have a biscotti and a cappuccino.
My appraisal is waiting for me. So I think all I'm going to say, 26 years of being clinical engineer, and I've been to many, many conferences. Nothing to the scale of this conference is going to be, and nothing to the opportunity of the networking and seeing the latest technology we are going to see. So I am extremely excited. I'm excited for our members to have the opportunity to come. So it's only 50 days. So member organizations, let's work together. Please reach out. I will reach out. I will nag at you every day from next week when I'm back, hopefully, so we can get this word out to all of the members, because I truly, if I was a clinical engineer and didn't know about this event, would have been devastated. So I want to make sure all your members know about it and have the opportunity to attend.
Thank you, Nara. Ricardo.
Sorry, my mute didn't want to come off. Well, we're waiting for all of you. I already said that we're going to have new prizes, but it's not only new prizes, new competitions, new services, new everything. Come to the Congress, because the surprises for the future are going to be shared with you, and there are many. So join us there.
Thank you, Ricardo. Meet and greet, as you mentioned, being the anchor part of the program, would be important to the future of our field and for clinical engineers to be involved. Ganizani have a comment in the chat box about chance for sponsorship for low-income countries. You can see we've done many things to accommodate everybody to come in, especially from low-income countries. We reduced the registration rate. Show me another international congress that is not charging more, that is charging as low as we are. Every other congress is over $500, over $600. There is one in Australia going right now at $800 per person in the field, in the biomedical engineering field. Show me another one that has 5-star hotel in this low rate per night, including breakfast. Show me where the buses and the registration, communication, information are all part of the deal, and show me where leaders and quality and cutting edge information is going to be shared so lavishly and so well organized and administered by Meladen scientific program, and the vast breadth of the topics and the keynote speaks. We are trying to get additional support by having sponsorship. As you saw, we're looking for industry to help us. If we get any, we definitely will share it. Tom, your hands is up.
Yeah, I just wanted to comment about our friend Ganazani from Zambia, and he's president of the National Clinical Engineering Society of Zambia. And actually, WHO Afro is having a meeting in his capital city this week, and we're trying to get HTM involved in that discussion. So he's a very strategic friend, and he and I will have a discussion about this offline. Over.
Great, thank you, very helpful. And I don't see somebody helping us with qu'est-ce que tu fais aujourd'hui with the French there, but hopefully we provide the information. The website is there. Thank you all the panelists, being on vacation or not, for taking the time to be here today. I'll bring this webinar to a closure, and I appreciate the question and the communication that we received, and make sure that you realize early bird rates is going to be finishing in a couple of days, and the Congress is only 50 days away. See you all in Shenzhen. Thanks.
And Yadin, our friend from Guinea, was talking about joining us virtually. So thank you, Henriette.
I appreciate that. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you in Shenzhen. Bye-bye.